Hello, boys and girls. This is part 2 of Horton Here's a Who. And this time our little buddy will be joining us. Say hi to Walt. Yeah, he's tired. Alright, let's begin. I do believe we left off where all of the Who's are trying to make noise so that the kangaroo can hear them and know we alive, we exist, don't boil us. Let me find the page here real quickly. The elephant smiled. That was clear as a bell. You kangaroo surely heard that very well. All I heard, snapped the big kangaroo, was the breeze and the faint sound of wind going through the far distant trees. I heard no small voices, and you didn't either. And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, Me neither. Sister Father with the bees on that stool. Oh no, the kangaroo. How did the kangaroos not hear the Who's? They're making so much noise. Uh-oh. Isn't that right, Waterkiss? Uh-oh. Grab him! They shouted. And the cage, the big dope. Lasso his stomach with 10 miles of rope. Tie the knots tight so he'll never shake loose. Then dunk that dumb speck in bezelnut juice. Horton fought back with great vigor and vim, but the Wickersham gang was too many for him. They beat him, they mauled him, they started to haul him into his cage, but he managed to call to the mare, Don't give up, I believe in you all. A person's a person, no matter how small. And you very small persons do not have to die if you make yourself hurt, so come on now and try. Uh-oh. On. The mayor grabbed a tom-tom. He started to smack it, and all over Whoville they whooped up a racket. They rattled tin kettles, they beat on brass pans, on garbage pail tops and old cranberry cans. They blew on bazookas and blasted great toots, on clarinets, oompas and poompas and flutes. Flutes? That's a lot of flutes. And all the Who's playing. Through the town rushed the mayor, from the east to the west, but everyone seemed to be doing his best. Everyone seemed to be yapping or yipping. Everyone seemed to be beeping or bipping, but it wasn't enough, all this ruckus and more. He had to find someone to help him make more. He raced through each building. He searched floor to floor. As we can see the mayor going around floor to floor and finding everybody, trying to get them to make noise. And just as he felt he was getting nowhere and almost about to give up in utter despair, suddenly burst through a door that Mayor discovered one shirker, one quiet hidden away in the barracks apartments, apartment 12J, a very small, very small shrinker named Jojo. Not making a sound, not a yip, not a chirp, and the mayor rushed inside and grabbed the young twerp. Little Jojo. He climbed up with the lad in Eifenbridge Hugger. This, cried the mayor, is your own darkest hour. The time for all Who's who have blood that is red to come on in aid of their country. You've got to make noises and grow your mouths, so open your mouth Thus he spoke as he climbed, and when they got to the top, the lad cleared a throat and shouted out, "Yop!" And that yop, that one small extra yop, put it over. Finally, at last, from that speck on the clover, their voices were heard. They rang out clear and clean, and the elephant smiled. "Do you see what I mean? They've proved they are persons, no matter how small, and the whole world was saved, the smallest of all." "How true! Yes, how true!" said the big kangaroo. "And from now on, you know what I'm planning to do. From now on, I'm going to protect them with you." And the young kangaroo in her pouch said, what do you think they said? Me too! From the sun in the summer, from rain when it's fallish, I'm going to protect them no matter how small. It does have a happy ending. Alright, boys and girls, thank you so much for listening to Horton Hears Tale. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to behave for my mother. Okay? Say bye, Waterkiss. Bye, guys. No. Alright. See ya.